Hello. Hey, happy Monday here in the US anyway. Glad to be here with you. Today, I want to talk about something a little bit different with you. And by the way, my name is Lisa Long. I'm with Yes I Can with a Plan.com. Love to do business coaching and personal development, really helping you have the business and the life that you want. So, shall we dive in? I'm going to share my screen. So, I'm going to jump off the screen and just dedicate it all to this presentation. Okay, so enjoy, and I'll be back in just a few. Let's see. Share my screen. All right, hopefully we're good to go. And excellent. Okay, so pardon me if you see me look over here. That's just where my control panel is. And all righty, zip that over there. Okay, let's talk about the results that you're getting. It's the end of the year. Are you finishing up the way you thought you would? Are you finishing up the way you wanted to? It's been a crazy year, to say the least. I know some industries are breaking records left and right. They're just booming, which is great. And some industries are struggling. So let's talk about part of how we get our results, okay? And I want to talk about this because for those business owners that are really booming, you know how sometimes we have a windfall or we do really, really well, and then, we get ahead and then we lose some. We get a little further ahead and then we lose some. I want to help you not lose the good that has been coming to you. And if you're at the opposite end and it hasn't been such a great year, let's shift that and finish up as strong as you can and make sure that next year is so much better. All right. So, okay, so I'm using a fancy pantsy pen here, and I'm not a graphic artist, so you might have to be a little bit patient with me here as I do this. Okay, so we're going to talk about your results. Okay? Everything you do creates results. Now, sometimes those results are positive and sometimes those results are negative, right? But everything you do or don't do creates a result. Agree? Okay. So let's talk about, well, where do results come from? Where do you think they come from? What causes the results that you're getting or not getting? It's your actions. And pardon me for looking down, but I need to see what I'm writing. So your actions or your inactions, all of us, when I say you, I mean me as well, create our results. That makes sense, right? So what creates our actions? Why do we sometimes move forward? Why do we sometimes give it 100%? And why do we sometimes hold back? Well, I'm not going to make the phone call that would probably result in a sale. Or, yeah, I'm going to make that phone call and 15 others. What draws that? Where does that come from? Well, let's come up here, trying to draw here. It's the way we're thinking, right? So, trying to do this in a hurry too. So, our thinking, and it could be anything from, it's raining outside. I'm not going to go. It's too slick. It's too dangerous. And other people will say, it's raining. So what? You go. You do what you need to do. Okay. So can you see how your thinking affects your actions or your inaction, and that affects and really dictates the results that you get. And the results, I don't mean just business, of course, business certainly, but everything in your life, business, your relationships. If you hop from one relationship to another, if you're married for, 50 years or whatever, if your health, your well-being, the kind of house you live in, the way you dress, your hairstyle, who you hang out with, the kind of food that you like. It affects every single thing in your life, and they're interrelated. And I'm going to show you here in just a few minutes exactly how they're interrelated and what drives what. But I want to share a quick story with you. One of my clients wanted to do better with her business. So she called me, and we ended up working together. And she did better in her business, but also because we analyzed, the thinking, the actions, the results, and where does this thinking come from, which we're going to get into in just a minute. It She has rheumatoid arthritis. Her pain went from a 10 to a 2. So see, it's all connected because we're kind of like the center of this hub that we call our life, and it affects every single thing that we do. So let's find out, what is that driving force within us that creates our thinking, our actions, and our results. So I'm going to do a little diagram now. Our thinking comes from our programming, right? See if I can write with this fancy pen. So our programming, and that comes from our parents, our teachers, people of authority, ministers, our past experiences, right? So all of the programming and our experiences, okay, and our childhood, and our culture, certainly. Certain things are allowed in some cultures, and in other cultures they're frowned upon. Our culture, and also, all of our experiences, our past experiences. Whoops. And our habits. Our habits. Sorry, that's a little difficult to read. This pen is very delicate. So all of this creates our thinking. What we think, how we think about certain things, which creates our actions, which dictates our results. So to understand all of this, where is all of this housed? Well, in our mind, right? It's in our mind. Okay. So we want to be able to use our mind so we can maybe shift our thinking, shift our actions, and get better results. Now, it's important to understand, to be able to work with the mind, that we need a picture because we process information in pictures. That's the way humans are. If I tell you, don't think about the elephant wearing the pink tutu, you immediately have a picture in your head of an elephant wearing a pink tutu, right? Because we think in pictures. If I say there's a bumblebee pollinating a big, beautiful yellow flower, you see a bumblebee on a big, beautiful yellow flower, right? So because we process information in pictures, well, we need a picture of the mind to really be able to work with the mind. So in 1934, Dr. Thurman Fleet, a psychologist, and he wanted to be able to help people understand and work with the mind. So he said, well, we need a diagram. So he created a diagram that I'm going to share here with you. And, it's just a tool for us to use. Okay. It's not, religion. It's not science. It's a tool for us to be able to work with the mind and better understand how we can control what's in our mind and thus our thinking and our actions and our results. So here's the picture that he created. I'm going to do my best here. It's supposed to be a circle. And okay, happy little person. The top circle here represents the mind, and the bottom circle here represents the body. You'll notice the mind is much larger than the body because the body is an instrument of the mind. The mind tells the body what to do, when to do it, how to do it. Okay. So the mind has so much more control. The mind has control over the body. And again, like I said earlier, maybe you're thinking about, oh, I want to go and do a drop-in, maybe make a sales call or call somebody, maybe ask somebody out on a date. And then you're thinking, oh, no, I don't feel good. I don't want to. So you don't. Well, that's your mind. That's your thinking. So let's dive in a little bit deeper here. What about the mind? Okay. There's two parts of the mind. Really, there's many, many parts, but we're going to keep it simple here. So the top part is the conscious mind, and the bottom part is the subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is your thinking mind and your reasoning mind. It's where your educated mind. Okay. And your conscious mind has the ability to accept or reject any ideas that come to it. Now, your subconscious mind is your emotional mind, and it's the storehouse of your mind where all of the programming and everything here is in the subconscious mind. Your habits, your history, your experiences, things from your culture, your childhood, your programming is stored in your subconscious mind. Now, your subconscious mind cannot accept or reject. It accepts absolutely everything as truth, period. I could tell you, somebody may have told you when you were a child, sharks are dangerous. Sharks are very, very dangerous. Don't go near them. And then I watched a video the other day. She was with this gal who swims with sharks and actually removes the hooks out of the sharks. And she was taught sharks are friendly. Sharks are good for us. They're vital to our system here on Earth. So she was not taught that sharks are dangerous, and swims with them, and she loves them. Now, she's great respect, and it's on their terms. But see the difference in what we're told. You may be taught you have to work extremely difficult to get ahead. You have to work extremely hard to get making money is difficult. You may have been taught that, or you may have been taught you can be, do, and have anything you want. You can be anybody you want. You can have the home that you want, the car you want, whatever you choose. You just apply yourself and you can do it. See, it just depends on all that programming in that childhood, our childhood, what we were exposed to. Now, our conscious mind, we can accept or reject. We can say yes or no. And a lot of this is from our previous programming. For example, vaccines are, a hot topic of the day. You have the ability in your conscious mind to say yes or no. Now, in your subconscious mind, you're going to have ideas that are from your programming, what you've been taught about this. Okay. And it's, again, like I said earlier, it comes from ministers, your family, your culture, people of authority. Now, when we're born, let's take a look at this. When we're born, we are purely subconscious. We're just subconscious. Our conscious mind isn't really developed until we're about 7 years old. So our subconscious mind, remember, accepts everything as absolute truth, as it is, it's fact, it's true. Well, think about, everything pouring into your subconscious mind when you're a child, and actually even while you were in the womb, the emotions of your mom and of your parents. What was the emotional environment like? Also, what's being said on the radio, TV, other people, paper. Think about what was going on when your mom was pregnant with you. And also the emotions as well, because it's all stored in your subconscious mind. Now, what happens is, like I said, it's stored here. It's like a brick wall. It becomes part of your foundation, unshakable foundation. So it actually does set up like a brick wall in here in your subconscious mind. Now, this can work for you, can also work against you, all of us. Okay? Because if you have the idea in here and that you have to work extremely hard to get ahead and you don't deserve to be rich, who do you think you are? And don't outshine other people, because that's rude. And lots of things in here that if you don't trust other people can't be trusted. That's a real big one. And all of this, again, is from the environment, from our parents, and also from when we were a child up to about the age of 7. It's held in the subconscious mind as absolute truth. So how does that affect us today? Well, when you get an idea that you're like, oh, I'm going to be a business owner, I'm going to start my own business, I'm going to do this new launch, I'm going to start this new product, or even you decide you want to meet that special someone, whatever it is that you're like, oh, I have this idea, I want to do this. Well, guess what? You're going to run in to that brick wall from your subconscious mind from over here that's going to tell you, who do you think you are? You're okay. And you can't do that. You don't deserve that. And when you do have like a windfall of money, your subconscious programming will bring you right back down, because it's telling you, oh, no. Wait a minute. You have surpassed your limit of feeling good, your limit of good that's allowed for you to experience in your life. You've surpassed that. You need to come right back down here, get back where you belong. And we see it all the time. We see people, like a salesperson will have a really great month, and then the next month they'll slump, they'll fall back down and not have a good month, because it's their programming. We see this with lottery winners. The lottery winners, there's a study, when they do win the lottery, they're actually worse off in about 2 years than before they won the lottery, because they're programmed down here. You can't have that kind of money. You don't deserve that kind of money. You don't deserve to feel good. And this is also where people sabotage relationships, whether it be romantic relationships or work relationships, meetings with prospects. This is where all that sabotage takes place, because you have this, we're vibrational beings. Okay, so that's us vibrating. Mm-hmm. We're vibrational beings, and your vibration affects how you feel, your emotions, which affects your actions, which affects your results. So when we're up here and we get this really great idea and we're so excited about it and we just can't wait to put it into action, boom, right into the brick wall. Right into the brick wall. I'm right into the ego saying, not going to happen. Who do you think you are? Get back to your, $50,000 a year space. You're not going to make, $3 million because it's saying you don't deserve it because of whatever happened over here when you were a child and all the programming. So what we need to do is work through all this garbly goop. And when you feel that, you want to know that you are a vibrational being and that, okay, this is just the glass ceiling. This is a glass ceiling problem, and it's not true. It's not true. It's just programming. And that you do deserve this. You do deserve to hold on to the good that you have, and you deserve even more. And you can create even more. You really can create whatever you want. And especially after you understand this and how it affects, notice your emotions. When you start something, do you finish it? Do you follow through 100%? Or do you stop yourself in here and sabotage yourself? I work with a lot of people that get in this part here and they just sabotage themselves. And they'll work really hard on this new idea, but they won't finish it because their glass ceiling tells them you do not deserve to have that good in your life. You don't deserve to be happy. That level of happiness. You can have a little bit of happiness, but wait a minute, you're talking about up-leveling your happiness? Oh, no, 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 no. So there are mechanisms in here to keep you safe and keep you in your place. So you want to be able to bust through those. And some of that is affirmations. Some of that is just taking a look at, is this belief taking me toward my goal or away from my goal? And if it's taking you away from your goal, ask yourself, can you let it go? And if you get a yes, ask yourself, will you let it go? And if you get a yes, ask yourself, when? The answer that you want is right now. Let it go. Okay. Give you another example. Working with a client, he already had a 6-figure business, and working together to get rid of these blocks that was holding him back to really succeeding. We increased his business, I believe, 160%, and decreased the expenses 17%. And he met a wonderful, beautiful woman and got married, and they really are living the happily ever after dream. They're traveling, they're just enjoying each other. And it's from getting rid of all this junk down here that holds you back from the success, the money, the relationships, the health that you want. It's all in here. It's all telling you, no, you don't deserve it. You've got to get rid of all that junk. So I hope this has been helpful for you. I know I could get on a soapbox and go on and on and on about this. And also, real quick, I want to bring to your attention, in the conscious mind, we have a little antenna. Yeah, and they just kind of, there are our 5 senses. Okay. And we have see, hear, taste, touch, and smell. And we are programmed to take our world in and analyze it based on only these 5 senses. And we're not using our higher faculties of, being able to, use our willpower, being able to use our intuition, being able to use our ability to resolve. And there are so many higher faculties that have kind of been pushed to the side that we also want to be able to utilize. So I want to bring your attention back to your see, hear, taste, touch, and smell, because there's a lot going on in the news today that can really affect how you feel. And they can trigger all of these insecurities that you may have, and they can tell your dreams, like cancel out your dreams. And I don't want you to cancel out your dreams, because this is your life and this is your dream. And that was planted in your heart for a reason. That it's whatever your dream is, it's your dream. It's different from what anybody else really has. And that's because that's your mission, your dream. So don't let any of this that's going on in the news today, all the blah, 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 because I'm hearing it from clients, oh, I don't know if I want to move forward. I don't think I'm going to advertise because you don't know what the political environment's going to be. You don't know about this. Maybe we're going to war, blah, blah, blah. All of that. Sometimes you just have to put blinders on and say, you know what? I'm not listening. If I'm not going to watch the news. I'm not going to read the paper. I'm going to just trust in my faith and my higher faculties and I'm going to go through and I'm going to focus on my dream and I'm going to make it become a reality. Okay. So I just we've got to really train ourselves to not buy into all the garbly goop that's going on out in the world. It's always been going on and it always will. But to what degree do we, lap it up every single day? So one thing being an entrepreneur, especially when your income is dependent on you, you have to keep your head clear. You have to not allow all this stuff out here to affect and to sabotage your results. I'll give you another example. A client that I was working with, when we were discussing his ideal, his goal, what would you like to do? He's like, God, I don't know. I never thought about it. And as we discovered what it is that he would like to do, his whole energy, his vibration shifted. And he was actually working for an accounting firm. He was busy. He got so many clients and he started getting along with his coworkers better. He got the largest raise in the history of the firm. And it's because we got rid of this garbly goop down here and we replaced it with clarity and direction and focus and the can-do attitude and confidence. So if you need a little help with this, because it probably is, I don't want to say the word impossible because I don't want to plant that seed. It can be difficult for us to get out of our own way here. It's kind of like, trying to read the label on the bottle and you're stuck inside the bottle. Well, you can't read the label of, what's going on out there because you're stuck inside. Okay. I hope that makes sense. So if you would like some help taking a look at the results that you're getting and the results that you want, the actions that you're taking, and we'll take a look at all of this stuff here. I'm going to shift my screen real quick and I want you to contact me, because if you want better results, you can have it. You really can. I know you can, because I've helped people do this and I do it for myself as well. It's like, believe you me, I'm still working on myself. That's probably, especially if you had like a crazy childhood or whatever, there could be all kinds of things in there. So let me see if I might do a stop share and then do a reshare and see if I can get this other screen to come back. Okay. There we go. So, if you would like to talk about the results that you're getting, how to get better results, just go to yesicanwithaplan.com/results and take a look at the testimonials, what some other folks have done. And then you can go to calllisalong.com, Long.com, and there'll be a short, I think there's like 5 questions to just get an idea of what you'd like to work on. Now, most of it is based on sales. We can talk about anything you want to talk about, whatever area you want to get better results in, and what you think is holding you back. And this call is complimentary. We'll just take a look at where you're at and where you'd like to be. Okay. So I hope this is helpful for you. And I hope you were able to read everything because I know using this pen and writing on the computer is it's a little bit of a challenge, but we did it. We hung in there together and we got it done. All right. So have a beautiful day. And, I hope you reach out because I want you to have the success that you desire. And if you're feeling like, gosh, I know there's more. I know I'm ready for the big leap. I'm ready for that leap, but it's just not happening. Well, let's find out why not. And let's, bust through that brick wall and make it happen for you. So again, you can see lots of results at yesicanwithaplan.com/results. And then book a call at calllisalong.com. We'll have a chat. All right. Have a beautiful day, and I will talk with you soon. Take care. Bye for now.